All right, time to make a sword. It'll be a little different than what you think it's going to be, but it'll work out. I'm going to go slow. There's again some kind of new buttons we've never played with before. It's a good way to introduce you to things and get you to know like how Illustrator works and what's possible with this thing. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make a star. It'll be kind of weird, but we're going to make that star into a three-sided star. So I'll show you what that means. We're going to grab the star tool here like that. So we got star, and I'm going to click and drag and draw it out. And now when you click and drag and draw out, it's probably going to look like that. I still have my mouse button put down. I still hold down your keyboard button. And while I'm doing this, I can hit the down arrow on my keyboard and it's going to give me something that looks like that. And I'm going to hold down the shift button now so that it doesn't turn from side to side on me. Okay. So now I've got this triangle. Now you may be asking yourself, why didn't you use a triangle from before? The reason is because now when I use the star tool, it gives me extra points on the inset here so that I can do some things that I want to do to it. Okay. So I'm going to take this, kind of put it down here. And here's what I want to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this top point right here. Actually, let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's fill this with what we want to do. So we want to fill it with a silver color, something kind of light like we did before, like that. I'm going to go ahead and do that black stroke and we'll leave it. We'll put it at 3 point. Okay. We want that to go to the outside. So we'll go there. And then again, secondary stroke, go to there, new stroke, 3 point. And we want that new 3 point stroke to go to the inside, but we want the color of it to be, let's try that one, just like that. Okay. Good. So now we've got that shape there. So now we're going to extend the point of this by doing something called a direct select. So like on that ninja star that I just did, where I selected the points and then I was able to rotate just those points, I want to extend the top point of this so that it goes straight up. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my direct select tool, just the one before you did the lasso tool, this time just the direct select tool. And I want you to click on the very top anchor point one time and then release your mouse button just once. When you do that, you activate that 1 point. Now, once you've released it, now click, hold the mouse button down, and then hold down the shift key at the same time and click and drag up like that. Okay. And then you can release your mouse button, then release the shift button, and that makes it grow upwards like that, right? So we want that to happen. And then we also want to take these 2 points right here and we want to inset them to move them in to give it even a sharper look. Okay. So what I can do now, still have the direct select tool on there. I'm going to click on shift. Actually, I'm going to click on this first anchor point right there. This one, it turns blue. That means I've selected it. I'm going to hold down shift and click on the second one. Okay. And then I release the mouse button. And now I can click and drag down and in. And I'm just going to go down. And I can see that mid section point right there kind of makes that go down. And I just want to do that just like that. Just wanted to bring that down so it looks like that, right? I need a handle for this thing. So I'm going to go to my rectangle tool and I'll just go right across the middle like this. I want a handle. I want that handle to be brown though. So let's go ahead and we'll just go brown like that, fill it. And then I'll just go ahead and I'll change the stroke on that to like black would be fine. I don't think I need to do a secondary color on the handle there. I want the handle to go to the back. So I'm going to go ahead and select it, go right click, and I'll go arrange, send to back. Okay. So now I kind of happy with this. I want to make sure they're perfectly centered over each other because I don't know for sure that they are right now. So if I click and drag, remember smart guides will pop up and they'll tell you when they intersect with each other. And if you don't like using that, just use the selection tool to select both of them, go over to align and click on align. And that center line is right there. Okay. I think the last thing we want to do is I want to give the blade a look like it's going, like it's got a chamfered edge to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a new tool. I hope that this goes okay. We're going to use the pen tool and we're going to just create a really easy triangle that we can put on here. And I'll show you what that means, what that looks like. So I'm going to go over here, third button down, pen tool, P, pen tool. I'm going to click on that. And when you put it over here, I'm just going to put it like so it's smack dab in the middle of everything, like right there. Okay. I'm going to click once like that. Then I'm going to go straight over to the side and I'm going to go until I hit the anchor point there. And it tells me that it's there. I'm going to go all the way at the top until I get to the anchor point up there. And then I'm going to go all the way back down to where I started. Perfect anchor point and click. And then I want this to have, for as far as strokes and fills go, I want this to have, let's go to fill, and I want it to be that darker color that I use for the outside. Yeah, there we go, around the edge there. And then for stroke, I want there to be no stroke. So I'll click on stroke and go none. All right. Oops, and it looks like I have the wrong color. I want it to be a little bit darker. So I'll go back to fill, and it must be this one. There we go. Okay, so now I've got kind of that thing on there. Oops, it's got to hit escape off of that. And I can click here. And now I've got my blade right there, right? So let's go ahead and select everything that's on there, because remember, it's that initial star, then it's the handle, and then it's also that that extra triangle that we put in there with the pen tool. So I've got that whole thing there. I'm going to go over here to group. It's now grouped together. I can take this thing and rotate it, and I can put it inside of somebody's hand, or like one of the ninja hands right there, just like that. Okay, and there's our third weapon complete. All right.